So we keep hearing about this crazy market. Prices are going up and up and up. Yes, and up. Well, what that means to homeowners is it's great because values are going up. What that means to an appraiser is that their job is getting really challenging. On today's Real Talk, we're going to talk about appraisal gaps and what to expect. Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about appraisal gaps, the appraisal gaps that buyers are experiencing in today's real estate market. Low inventory and high demand are what's driving up home prices. Most buyers coming into this market in the more popular price points understand that they need to be willing to pay more than what the comps support in many cases. This is normal for what's called an ascending market. While this is amazing news for the sellers out there, it can be tricky to manage if the price on the contract that the buyer and the seller agreed on doesn't match up with the appraised value. This is called an appraisal gap. And it's happening more and more in today's real estate market. The reason why is because we're in an ascending market. Prices are going up. This is great for buyers as well as sellers because you have equity in the home you're buying almost immediately. This makes an appraiser's job really tough because the comparables that an appraiser has to work with to establish the value of the home that you're buying are based on recent closed sales. Well, if prices are climbing, how are they going to validate the price that you and the seller agreed on? The appraiser has their work cut out for them right now. It's tough. So what does this mean? Well, this really comes into play for buyers obtaining a mortgage loan. If a buyer's paying cash for the property, they most likely won't even have an appraisal. The lender requires an appraisal as part of the loan process. If the property appraises for a lower amount than what is on the purchase contract, that can impact the buyer's loan. For example, if a buyer and a seller came to an agreement on a purchase price of $800,000, but the appraisal came in at $775,000, the appraisal gap would be $25,000. The buyer's loan is based on the appraised value of the home. So if there's a gap, one of three things needs to happen. The first and most common right now is that the buyer will make up the difference by coming in with more down payment. Another option is that the buyer might be able to take a higher loan amount to bridge the gap. Since there are a lot of low down payment options, this can be doable. Or the last option would be to have your agent try to renegotiate the price with the seller if the gap is really a big one. In this competitive market, the last option is going to be the toughest and least likely to happen, especially if you were competing against other offers. I'm not saying it can't be done because we've done it, but you need to be prepared and every situation is different. This is why it's so important to work with a lender that has a great reputation in the local market, preferably with someone that your agent has worked with in the past. They're going to go above and beyond to keep that agent happy for the relationship. Remember that. And a lender, you want a lender that's going to collaborate with you and help you through difficult situations like an appraisal gap. Trust me when I tell you. The loan is the reason a deal can fall apart once you're in escrow. There is a lot more to know and understand about appraisals and what can be done to be proactive in this situation, such as appealing the appraisal or making sure that the listing agent knows the questions to ask the appraiser before they even do the appraisal. If you want to know more about the appraisal process and some solutions to overcoming appraisal gaps, send me a message or reach out. I'm happy to talk to you about what we're doing to minimize the appraisal risks, both on the buy side and on the listing side. If you have questions, please comment down below and don't forget to like or subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon.